Aman sprints barefoot through the parched village, his imagination transforming the mundane into a roaring stadium. Villagers watch with amusement as Aman races past, their laughter echoing through the dusty streets. Oblivious, Aman continues his imaginary race, pushing harder as he nears the finish line, the laughter of the villagers fading into the background. In the soft light of a kerosene lamp, Aman's father speaks, his weathered hands painting a life tied to the land. Aman listens, but his eyes betray a different calling, drawn to the distant city lights that promise a world beyond the farm. Aman, my son, our land is our life, Aman's father says, urging him to embrace their heritage. Aman clutches a handful of rupees, his hopes riding on this journey. The old, rickety bus awaits, promising a long journey to the distant city. Aman boards the crowded bus, embarking on his path towards the sports trials. The city sports ground teems with young athletes, a sea of proper sports gear under the open sky. A lone figure, Aman, cuts through the vibrant scene, his discomfort a stark contrast to the confident athletes around him. Fueled by sheer will, Aman sprints forward, his face a mask of resolve against the odds. The stadium buzzes with excitement, a stark contrast to Aman's inner turmoil as the judge's verdict hangs in the air. You have potential, but you are not ready. The judge's words cut through the air, sealing Aman's fate. Aman remains silent, the weight of rejection crushing him under the stadium lights. Aman sits alone on a weathered bench at the bustling bus station, his body racked with silent, heart-wrenching sobs. The noises of the station blur into a distant background hum as Aman's despair deepens. An old tea seller, his face a roadmap of time, shuffles slowly towards Aman, carrying a kettle. The city bus station buzzes with activity, engines roar, and footsteps echo as Aman pauses near a tea stall. A voice cuts through the noise, a tea seller's wisdom. Success often comes right after failure. Just don't stop. These simple words strike deep, resonating within Aman's thoughts. Aman strides back into the village, his eyes blazing with renewed resolve. The sights and sounds of home surge around Aman, fueling his determination. Aman presses forward, each step echoing his unwavering commitment. In the heart of the village, Aman tackles his task with unwavering resolve, each brick lifted a testament to his determination. Driven by an unyielding spirit, Aman pushes his body to its limits, each stride echoing his relentless pursuit of excellence. In quiet moments of study, Aman immerses himself in the digital world, absorbing every lesson with focused intensity. Aman begins his transformation, his face a mask of determination as he pushes through the pain. He continues to train, his body screaming in protest, his resolve unyielding. The sacrifices mount, etched into every line of his face, a testament to his unwavering dedication. A year later, the city sports ground witnesses Aman's return, his resolve unwavering. The same fire burns within him as he prepares for the sports trials, his determination unyielding. With every sinew strained and every muscle taut, Aman prepares to sprint. Aman stands still, his face a canvas of shifting emotions. Relief floods Aman's face, washing away all doubt. A wide, beaming smile transforms Aman's expression. Aman, glistening with sweat, darts across the field, his focus absolute. Triumphant grins and fleeting disappointments mark his journey, yet his resolve remains unshaken. He loses a match, his determination unbroken. Inside Aman's mind, a boundless dreamscape stretches into infinity. Echoing through the void, Aman's voice resonates with unwavering resolve. Aman's voice calls out, "One more step." Aman steps onto the track, ready to compete at the national level. The stadium vibrates with the energy of roaring crowds, their cheers echoing around Aman. Aman runs, legs pumping, arms swinging, eyes fixed on the finish line. Aman stands in the bright selection office, sunlight pouring in, a moment of anticipation hanging in the air. An official invitation appears, capturing Aman's full attention. Eyes widen with anticipation as Aman receives the invitation. The training camp buzzes with anticipation as the competition looms. Aman, his face contorted in pain, clutches his leg, a grimace etched on his face. Sweat glistens on Aman's brow as he collapses onto the parched earth, defeated. In the sterile, brightly lit doctor's office, Aman sits, awaiting grim news. The doctor's grave expressions foreshadow a life-altering revelation. The weight of their words hangs heavy. You may not be able to run again. Aman sits frozen, his gaze locked onto the stark columns of names in the newspaper. His finger traces down the page, each passing name deepening the knot in his stomach. The chilling realization washes over him. His name is missing, a silent scream of irrelevance in the cold night. In the quiet of his room, Aman faces his reflection, a battleground of resolve and fear etched on his face. His hands betray a subtle tremor as he adjusts his collar, a nervous tick amplifying the tension. With a deep breath, he steels himself, muttering, "One more step." 2 years later, the track awaits Aman's return under a relentless sun. The air vibrates with anticipation as Aman steps onto the scorched track. Aman prepares to run. The stadium vibrates with anticipation as Aman's name reverberates through the air. Thunderous applause erupts, shaking the very foundations of the arena. A wave of sound washes over Aman, fueling his determination. The starting gun fires, and the race explodes into action. Aman propels himself forward, his face a portrait of fierce determination. Aman runs with all his might. Aman stands on the podium, the silver medal catching the sunlight. The world watches Aman's triumph as cameras flash. Aman's moment of glory is captured. A single spotlight pierces the darkness, revealing Aman standing in a desolate void, haunted by visions of sacrifice. Tears well in Aman's eyes as the images of past suffering flood his mind. Aman, his voice barely a whisper, steels himself. Just one more step.